Behold! The world! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Good night.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense! What am I looking for?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right? What you just saw, all of you should recognize. That world is locked away within the memories that were if you can't remember.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial! Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to when it comes to that crazy, confusing... I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything.
No, that's wrong!
The other token, Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but they're...
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten...
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me? No!
Toko, you're the only...
Da-da-da-da! It's me! Boy, she just gave in.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What the
video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the...
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it!
Well?
I don't have all the details. Of course it does!
Then you remember all...
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your...
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me! Oh my god, she's the worst!
More importantly, if...
Huh? What's the matter, Master?
Trap.
Oh no! You seriously
Just answer the question!
Well, I can't really say if it happened, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in...
Why is that phrase?
Because it's all because of that event! What is? Are you serious? I'm talking...
The world's been destroyed! Get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself!
Copy that! Done! Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, like it was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it! I guess you could say what happened was... But it was more on the level of a world... no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful and as a result, the world turned out the way it did.
That's all there is to it?
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of this, but Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time. So why don't...
We already did, and she didn't know anything.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations.
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the end. The world has ended.
How can the world just end?
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a...
Oh, come on. Now you're just...
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life.
What?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Correct! Well done, peasant!
I
just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right?
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you?
What? Do you think it might be a disease?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives.
Stop with these idiots!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would... You must learn your place, peasant!
They couldn't possibly be gone! It took...
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
Hold on. There's no way that... I mean, we only came to... If some kind of world-ending event happened a year, then how do you explain the totally...
Have you...
Mistaken.
Well, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived. Happened 2 years ago, actually happened more recently, right?
Huh?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending...
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but... And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as... So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far. What are the memories I...
Come now! Answer us! Answer with...
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
I got it! If we accept that what you said, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years.
Nope. No. Nope.
Full years here at Hope, and that entire period of time.
I don't remember the last 2 years. That's...
Years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just... surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted! 2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single...
No, that's wrong! Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh?
I found it in the locker room, if you don't mind.
Sure, whatever you want.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. This is but how is this? I don't know.
It looks like you actually did it, but somehow...
Lies!
I don't want to believe it, but there's also no
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. In the handwriting inside, but just like Hiro.
And the reason for that?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many schools? And on top of that, something the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be...
Actually, never mind.
What?
We are everyone always talks big. Declare this world is just so desperately fucking...
What are you talking about?
In a way, to give yourself over so completely.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourself!
Figure out where your memories come apart. That...
I got it! The moment I lost my memory. When I first came to the gates of this school, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange...
Wow! You still have enough spirit! So I don't know much of... And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I assumed not much time had...
But instead...
The reason it felt so short was because...
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories?
When everyone met for the first time, unaware of this fact, you took the...
But by that point, we'd... That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
You were all such close friends, and it was also you could escape into a world that... What a terribly tragic tale!
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought it's only natural that I would fall in love. So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it! All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate Let's go back in time, back to when everyone first came. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair in... The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace... And as you can imagine, the tragedy even made its way here.
What? The most tragic event in human history. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization?
You have a point. If I had to, it was none of those. How can I... Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost... Everyone is capable. And now the entire world.
In other words, if you see despair as the...
I just don't understand.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway.
Okay, so let's get back. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
I got it! It could only have been. He wanted to turn the school in to protect us. That's why he asked us to say that we were willing.
We believe he had something like, if you, the collective hope of a new generation.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that... That's why we all...
But creating the shelter was... It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep became a cage.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like—
You mean we trapped ourselves?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, and thus
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the trap—
Let us live, so we could go around.
Why?
Because this was so much more than a... Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy...
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls. So I thought I should show them.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking...
Uh-huh. To show the world the murders taking place at—
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill. Despair is as contagious as any disease.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting...
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school I have to thank you. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their— But in the end, I was able to give them the—
So you just used us?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like...
Give and take?
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping. I mean, we built up 2 years of memory.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed.
And that's the truth. Which is what you wanted, right? You solved the mystery, but despair.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility?
And if we did, our final desire for creating, if you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react?
See? Discovering the—
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now!
Not to mention, with the meaningless? We've been murdering each other.
And think about it. You chose to lie.
We weren't just random strangers either.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
You get it. You're totally awesome, right? So help us!
A peasant begging for his life?
But I'm sorry, all I want is despair. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. No argument, no understanding. What better
Wait, hold on. But there's no real reason for us to
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, so I don't acknowledge it.
Until you see it with your own eyes. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. If so,
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into the... Trust me, I'm not one.
Well, I refuse to give in, for the sake of
Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about?
I didn't kill anyone.
And that's all it took for you to start killing.
That's why anyone was murdered.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of it.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! It's murder! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. It's all your...
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. Oh, and also, since this will be the last...
What?
You guys so full of... I've decided to have you vote which... If even one of you votes to punish Hope, I'll consider that a win for me.
Even if it's just...
Oh, but don't worry.
Even if you don't,
It's okay. No, but...
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no...
You mean...
We'd have to just...
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that...
Enter a world fallen from grace, where...
What are you saying?
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to... What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto!
Me?
Yeah, you've been asked.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has to... If a single person votes, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then
I will force you out, ensuring you all...
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice...
What? Don't you have... No.
It's okay. It would seem...
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces eroded by despair.
Besides, Yoko, you could never be... What? I mean, the headmaster, that's why he tried to... The least you can do...
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough...
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Who's despair?
No one. We're not gonna lose!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
The only reason is thanks to the air.
If I die,
The purify. In other words, the communal life you've all.
all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are... Yeah! But to live, so even if it's hard, I want to keep on living. So that's why, no matter what, the whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking about it, and I was thinking... You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why Yeah! I've made up!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
that would be the end.
I decided...
By the way, the air outside is the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like... Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but... No.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die.
In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Don't lose hope now!
What's the matter? You're not actually trying. It never even crossed my mind, but don't misunderstand me. I just have to keep my word. Besides, the Togami family isn't. So until I can restore the Togami family...
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Way. The air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, he would never want us to abandon Makoto. I can't explain why exactly. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because I think you came here for you came here to bring down the... You came here to confront despair, and if that's true, I think...
What the hell are you? So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. So shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame! You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless! Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
Everything is pointless!
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going! I refuse to give up! I refuse to get bored! I refuse to throw it all away! I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is...
What's going on? What's happening?
It looks like we've reached the end.
We just gotta pull the...
Good.
Let's put an end to these with our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
What? Well, that's just...
What the heck?
Well, that's totally the best! So this is... And now true despair... And now true despair? Huh?
Anyway,
Totally the best!
Not possible. Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
hey, However...
Oh, no. There's one last thing. It's fine.
It can't be.
Stop it! How many times do I... Don't get in my way! So this is how the despair of death feels. Even a tenth of this despair. I want every last soul on this planet to taste. I want the entire world to die. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. Punishment time!
Hey. Makoto.
So...
Indeed.
If, on the other hand,
I will force you out, ensuring...
In other words...
But...
It's true.
Yes?
My beautiful scissors! Achoo!
That's enough.
Anyway,
But
For serious.
in other words, am I wrong?
you got it.
Hey.
Okay.
Could it be? How about that? Whoa!
Makoto.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anyway?
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening.
I don't know why, but I might be able to pull it off. A story
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened.
I really don't know what. I guess we graduated?
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster.
Danganronpa.